Now, one thing I wanted to ask you, you're with the Jersey family at the same
Yeah.
time that the Sopranos comes out, the show.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
was I saw there was a documentary that kind of talked a little bit about this, but were guys on the street aware of that show at the time?
Oh, of course. Yeah. In fact, there was we had a meeting at a place in Staten Island, Anthony Thunder, and a meeting with some guys. I think one of the couple were undercover agents or a rat. I think it was a rat in it. I think his name was Ralphie. He wound up flipping before anybody knew. And we had a meeting in a bar restaurant in Staten Island. And I'm driving. I drove Anthony home, and I think if I'm not mistaken, the rat was in the car with us. And he must have been wired because uh, it came out that Anthony with Thunder was talking in the car saying that he swears that movie's about these guys in Jersey, and it's in one of the tapes that was presented in the case, and uh, they always spoke about it. They always spoke about who was who. That guy's that guy, and they would say that they didn't mention this, but they mentioned things that they didn't supposed to know. That's why he was scratching his head. He goes, "They must have somebody that used to be around in the family that knew certain things that he picked up on." So they were pretty accurate on a lot of stuff. That Sopranos, and then we heard later on with the tape that we were in a car, we driving them home, and they had a rat in the car. So yeah, they were very aware of the Soprano stuff, and plus we became very good friends with them. I went to a couple of parties with the Sopranos at that time. A couple of guys
The
came
cast.
to, a couple of guys, yeah,
Oh wow.
came,
Okay.
yeah, Vinny Pastori and
Hmm.
the Italian kid. I can't think of his name right now. Michael uh,
Imperioli.
Brioli. We sat a
Yeah.
couple times at a couple parties together because they've got friendly. So
Yeah.
everybody has a friend of a friend of a friend, and they all hang out with each other. Then I wound up going to Michael, opened a place on 8th Avenue or 7th Avenue on 14th Street in Manhattan, him and his wife. We wound up going there for a while. And everybody makes friends.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, it was a documentary about that, I think it was called The Real Sopranos or something, and it talked
Yeah.
about the guys in Jersey and all it compared the TV show with
Sopranos.
the real life, family
Yeah.
and, the strip clubs and Vinny Ocean and
Yeah.
all that. It was, so that's interesting to hear from your perspective that people, were aware of it and talking
Oh,
about it.
definitely. Yeah, they were pretty accurate. They changed, it's entertainment, had to change things up, but they were pretty accurate. There was somebody around them that was feeding them really good information, no doubt about it. A
Yeah,
lot of stuff was really accurate. They changed it, because of entertainment and lawsuits, but a lot of stuff was really
right.
close. So they had somebody around them, and it was probably the rat that testified on that case. I can't think of his name right now, but he brought everybody down because he was around them.
Yeah.
So they were pretty accurate, man.